The government itself has also worked to improve food education to cut the rates of obesity, but according to a leading child psychiatrist, Dr. Janet Walsh, the way the issue is taught in many schools needs rethinking as it can encourage eating disorders. Well, she joins us now. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us this morning. So what is it then that you're worried about concerning the way that this is being projected in schools?
I think the important thing is that the messages are promoted in a very positive way, because my patients, young people with very severe eating disorders, are telling me that what they remember from the lessons on healthy eating are very negative messages. You mustn't eat carbs, you mustn't eat fats, and when they've already got often a lot of confusion about body weight and shape, and can sometimes be very driven, so that when they get a message they can then take that to extremes. They can interpret these negative messages and they often recall that as being one of the triggers that sets off their restricting of their diet. So it's about trying to find a balance between educating young people but in a positive way, and also letting them know that actually foods shouldn't be demonised. You know, things like chocolate and sweets and crisps, it's okay to have in a balanced way as a treat, and that we don't want to convey the idea that these foods are bad and that should never be consumed.
Do you think maybe, though, the reason why they remember those messages in that way is because those youngsters are of a particular frame of mind? Because eating disorders are, of course, about limiting the amount of food you take, but there are also psychological issues there always, aren't there?
I think that's partly true. So what I want to do is raise awareness, so that when these healthy eating programmes are going out, that people are aware that there are going to be young people there that are vulnerable to how they receive those messages. The adolescence is a time that the brain is still developing, and a lot of young people hear messages in a very concrete way as well. So it's about recognising that there are going to be vulnerable people that can interpret things in a way that they can then take things to extreme.
It does make
obviously the core. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, it does make it difficult for teachers, though, doesn't it, who've got an already busy workload, and now they're having to teach about, you know, being aware of different foods and obesity. And if you're saying, actually, you need to be really careful about how you're presenting this as well, is it achievable?
It's extremely difficult. I think what we do need to do is make sure that when these healthy eating education lessons are put out, that we do proper research to try and look at what is effective. And also recognise that some of the causes of obesity and the extreme end of the restrictive eating disorders that I see have shared roots in terms of self-esteem and lack of body confidence. So actually, perhaps thinking about healthy eating programmes very much alongside body acceptance and programmes that are promoting positive self-image.